Dad, you lied to me. A little girl stands on a mountaintop, tearing a yellowed letter. Her tears scatter in the wind, in a quiet village nestled at the foot of the mountains, surrounded by forests and rivers. There lived a girl named Lucy. The village was so small it only had one school, one bakery and one post office. Lucy, 8 years old, lived in a wooden house on the very edge of the village. Her father was the only postman in town. Every morning before sunrise, her father would leave with his cart. Before he left, he'd gently pat her head and say, "I'm off to deliver letters, my little sunshine. If one day you can't find me, just write a letter to the sky." Lucy always nodded sleepily and tucked his words away like a secret treasure. She never thought that one day that sentence would become the only thing keeping her heart together. That winter came earlier than usual. Snow fell for 3 days and 3 nights. Then one evening, a police officer came to the door. Her mother cried silently as she covered her mouth. Lucy was too young to understand words like landslide or no survivors. She only knew that her father's room never lit up again and his hat remained untouched on the wall. "Mom, when is Daddy coming back?" she asked. Her mother hugged her tightly and whispered through her tears, He might be living in the sky now." Lucy froze. Then she ran to her desk, grabbed a pen and paper, and wrote her first letter. "Dear Sky, this is Lucy. Do you know where my daddy is? Is he warm? Is he eating well? If you see him, please give him this letter." She tied the letter to a red balloon and let it go. From that day on, she wrote a letter every single day. Each one was tied to a balloon and released into the wind. "Daddy, I messed up my homework today and got mad. Daddy, I tried baking your favorite apple pie. I burnt it. Daddy, I cried today because you're still not back." One time, her balloon got stuck in a tree. The other kids laughed at her. Sending letters to the sky? Are you crazy? But she ignored them. She kept looking up at the sky, eyes stubborn and sparkling just like her father's. When spring arrived, things seemed to slowly get better, and then something strange happened on the day she released her 100th letter. A small paper airplane floated down from the sky and landed softly at her feet. It was folded. Clumsily, like by a child, Lucy picked it up and opened it. Her heart skipped a beat. Inside it read, "I've been watching over you, sweetheart. You're even braver than I imagined. I've received every one of your letters. Thank you for remembering me." The handwriting was slightly faded but somehow deeply familiar. She ran home, hugged the paper plane, and held it close to her chest, as if she were holding the whole world. From that day forward, Lucy stopped sending balloons. She simply placed her letters in the mailbox outside her home, and the next day she would find a reply waiting for her on the windowsill. Under her pillow, or hidden in the tree outside, the replies said things like, "I saw you help the old lady who fell. That was kind. Your handwriting is getting better. You're not alone. I'm always nearby." Years passed, and Lucy grew up. She didn't become a writer. She didn't become an artist. She became a postwoman just like her father. Every morning, she wore his old uniform, slightly oversized on her, and pushed a mail cart through the village, just like he once did. She delivered letters to old folks, children, strangers, and each time, she'd whisper softly, "This isn't just a letter. It's a piece of someone's heart." No one ever figured out who had written all those replies from the sky. Some said it was the old postmaster. Others believed it was her mother all along. And a few said it was the sky itself. But Lucy no longer needed an answer. One day the school invited her to give a talk to the children. "Why did you become a postwoman?" they asked. She smiled gently and replied, "Because some letters don't just carry words. They carry healing. Some letters don't go anywhere. They're written to help us find our way back to ourselves. She paused for a moment, looked out the window at the drifting clouds, and added softly, and some letters are written to the sky. If you to have a letter you've never sent, write it anyway. The wind and time may just help it find its way. Some answers don't need a reply. One day, in a breeze or in a dream, you might just feel it return. Did this story touch your heart? Leave a like, share it with someone who might need it, and don't forget to subscribe. We'll meet again in the next story. Until then, take care and write that letter.